so much things into me, and I was punishing myself when I couldn't get things done, that I literally
bust down and pick that shit up. Bust it open and pick that shit up. Bust it open and pick that shit up. Hey yo.
Hey sis, welcome. I'm about to tell y'all welcome back. Welcome back to me. Hey y'all, what is up? I have been missing in action for a little bit off YouTube. And for anybody who watches me a lot or who have supported me and just noticed I've been gone, I didn't want to just come back and just start dropping videos. But a lot has happened to me in the past year. Last year was one of the toughest years for me. When I say tough,
I'm not sure who told God I was one of his strongest soldiers, but I'm not, bro. Actually, like, I'm getting my ass beat. These weapons formed against me, they prospering just a little bit.
When I say tough, last year beat me up, beat me like I stole something. I'm trying to tell you, like, so much happened to me last year, and mentally I could not create. I don't know if you guys have ever been in a place where you just feel like you're stuck. Everything is kind of like falling apart around you, and you just kind of stuck not knowing what to do. I feel like that was me majority of last year. I've had more anxiety attacks last year than I've had in any year. Shit, I was having anxiety attacks almost every other month. The last 6 months of last year were by far the worst 6 months, from family issues, friend issues, job issues, my mental health, relationships. Like, let's just get into the video. So, as you guys have noticed by the title, I am single. I am single again. The hot girl is back on the streets. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. I'm still trying to work that out of my head. But last year I did go through a breakup, and it was one of the toughest breakups I've had to deal with. And I want to do a separate video about just, you know, being single, dealing with the day-to-day, but that's one big thing that happened to me last year that took a lot out of me. You know, when you break up with someone, it is, from what my therapist says, and I am back in therapy, that it's a grieving process. And I never looked at it like that. I always thought when you were out of a relationship, it was like you're out of a relationship. That's it. But she was like, just like you grieve losses, a relationship is a loss. And I realized that I was in a grieving state in my relationship when we broke up, and it was hard. On top of that, mentally, I was going through a lot. I had been arrested last year, our first time being arrested. It was not a great feeling. I'm also moving out of Atlanta, moving to Florida, which I have some vlogs up with my move to Florida. I'm still in Atlanta now. This room is being packed up, so if you hear an echo, sorry. Atlanta is not for me. I tried to make it work, but it's not quite my cup of tea. So I'm moving back home to Florida. Not to say Florida is my end all be all, but at least I know that I have some. You know what? And it sucks that I have to say I'm comfortable, because it looks like I'm going back to my comfort. But it's just like Atlanta didn't do much for me. I really don't feel like I gained anything, but I barely gained any experiences in Atlanta. So it's like, I just want to go back home to Florida. I want to be by the beach. I just want to live my best hot girl life. Last year was hard, but the last 6 months were extremely hard. It was a point where I would say either September or October where I completely, when I say complete, I completely shut down. Like, I was so smacked down I was so depressed, and I had so much anxiety, and I felt like You know, I struggle from abandonment issues. I would say that I have my traumas. I have things that I deal with. And I feel like a lot of the things that I didn't know about myself, or things that I didn't know I had to deal with, came out last year. Because I had so many moving parts happening at one point. I was just being smacked down with like worse and worse and worse things to happen. And October and September, well, October, when I really got depressed, I just could not focus on YouTube. I couldn't focus on YouTube. I couldn't focus on just making content on Instagram. I couldn't focus on doing TikTok. I could not focus on anything. I had no will to do anything. And I barely wanted to work. I barely had a drive to work. That's how bad it was. And being with all that stress and anxiety, I wanted to drink again. So once I started feeling that urge, I was like, you know what? I am going to take a break, take a pause, and I'm gonna find a therapist in Atlanta. And I found one. Even though it took forever, I did find a therapist, and I would definitely say she has helped me a lot work through my things. So it's like, I am the type of person that has to work. I do a million things. I work out for my health. I do my YouTube, I do my TikTok, I content create, plus working, plus I was doing school too last year. So I feel like I was I was cramming so much things into me, and I was punishing myself when I couldn't get things done, that I literally crashed in October. I crashed. And when I tell you I crashed hard, I'm talking about your girls having anxiety attacks. I was crying all the time. I literally could not do anything. And that was the first time that I completely could not do anything. And when I went to therapy, and she was like, why do you feel like it makes you such a bad person to take a break? And you know, it resonated in me, because I kept trying to force myself to pick up where I left off, but I could not get my spark back. Like, I couldn't, you know what? And I feel like I've kind of gotten it. You know how you just spark a light, I feel like I kind of got it, a little flame back, and it's growing. But last year I had no flame. Like, I had no spark to do anything. I had to stop doing school. I had to stop everything. The only thing I did was work and just stay home. Well, it's COVID anyways. I wasn't going nowhere, but stay home. That's all I was doing. I had no drive to do anything. And when I tell y'all, I don't even want to get emotional, because I've never been the type of person to not want to do anything. But for once, my body forced me to sit my ass down and regroup. And that's what I did. I told myself I was going to stop, take a step back, and figure my shit out. And I don't want to say new year, new me, but I will say new year, new growing me. Because I'm trying to get my flame completely back. I'm trying to get my mojo back. Like, I'm starting to be a little bit more happier. Before last year, I really wasn't happy. And you know, when you don't, and I also didn't have anyone, so I felt like it was just me, myself, and I. And you know, y'all been there. That is why I have been missing. I know you guys are probably like, damn. But that is why I have been missing in action. For anybody who does watch me and was like, damn, yeah, I'm posted in a while. Ding. I was struggling mentally. But I'm back, and I'm going to try to be consistent. I'm not going to kill myself like I was doing last year, trying to force myself to have these unrealistic expectations on YouTube. I am going to post at least 2 videos a week. I am going to try and bring out content, and good content, and stuff that I feel like is not boring. So yeah, that is it, you guys. Watch out for my next video, and don't come for my nails. I gotta get them done. Bye.